Good morning, people. I'm here this morning. It's time, you already know, for 9 for 9 with me, Pastor Carzadean. And it's a crisp, cool Monday morning here in Savannah, GA. Hey, you know it's cool now. It's a little chilly. I would say it's cold, but they're going to tell me it's just a little chilly. But it's time for a change of garments, a change of clothing, a change of mindset. Hey, we've got to learn how to be flexible with even the weather. So this morning on Monday matters, the situations that matter to get us going for the week. Hey, let's talk about flexibility. I'll be right back. I told you I'd be right back, and I am. I am here. Good morning. Flexibility. Wow, let's talk about being flexible for a moment. When we talk about flexible, we're talking about the ability, hey, to change, to modify, but also the mindset to change and to modify. Mostly it starts in here because we're not thinking about being flexible. I'm so sorry. I'm listening to myself. Oh my goodness. Listen, if we're not willing to be flexible, situations and circumstances sometimes change for us. And some of the things we think about when we're talking about being flexible, listen at this quote right here. I'm going to give you some quotes this morning. Nothing is softer or more flexible than water, yet nothing can resist it. That's by Lao Tzu. Listen, nothing is softer or more flexible. Water can move with anything. Water is a flow, it has a flow. And so that's when we think about water being flexible, we have to think about having a flow, being able to move with the tide, move with the waves are going to move wherever the wind pushes them to go. So when we talk about that thing, flexibility and being flexible on this Monday Matters, let's talk about the fact that, hey, we're ready. We've got our schedule going. We're just ready for action, ready to do what we have to do. And then something happens. Something causes, oh my goodness, a change in what we were about to do. We have scheduled this thing, got it planned out, and maybe the weather changes. Maybe we had something planned today for water slides, but it's quite chilly outside. So we have to be flexible enough to, hey, go ahead, make a change, make some good, quick, sound decisions, and keep it moving. You can't bail out when things aren't flexible. Hey, you can't bail out. You got to be flexible. When we think about flexibility, the quality of bending easily without breaking. Oh my goodness. The quality of bending easily without breaking, but also willingness, people, to change or compromise. And that's the key this morning, being able to compromise. However, I want you to listen at this quote. Let no one think that flexibility and predisposition to compromise is a sign of weakness or a sellout. Oh, I had to go there this morning. Just because you're flexible, just because you will compromise, let no one think that because you have that gift to compromise, you have that spirit to be flexible, that it's a sign of weakness or a sellout. Listen, I may have compromised and gone to this event with you. Listen, I may have come across some things that maybe were not right in my spirit. Hey, guess what? I won't do it again. It's not because I'm weak. Or I may see someone in a store, maybe I haven't spoken to in years. Maybe I have a problem with. And hey, I'm not going to act up, cut up just because of that. That's called compromising. That doesn't mean because of what you did or didn't do to me or whatever lifestyle you're living, whether I like it or I don't like it, doesn't mean I have to treat you a certain way. That's called compromise and flexibility, but it is not a sign of weakness or sellout. Do you hear me now? Oh my goodness. Listen, here's another quote for you. I've got quotes this morning. Oh, and that quote particularly was by Paul Kagame. Let no one think that flexibility and a predisposition to compromise is a sign of weakness or a sellout. Listen at this by Bruce Lee. Notice that the stiffest tree is most easily cracked, while the bamboo or willow survives by bending with the wind. Listen, I'm going to be a bamboo and a willow, and I'm going to bend with the wind and the word. You know what? That stiff thing, stiff neck, you will crack. You will break. You will mess yourself up. Hey, when you're so inflexible, when you're non-flexible, when you don't want to move or bend, you may cause yourself harm or danger. Do you know what they say about riding in a car? And if you're in a car accident and there's a person who is maybe under the DUI, they're driving under the influence. They're so soaked in the liquor or the alcohol or whatever they've been drinking, and they hit you. You're most likely to die because you see them coming and you automatically stiff up and you cause more danger to your body, to your temple. That person survives because they were totally limber. Listen, I'm not telling you to go and get drunk and drive now, but what my point is here is that because they're very flexible. They have nothing rigid in them. Okay? But don't let it be a sign of weakness or a sellout. Now, I got to give you Philippians 4:2-14. Because, hey, Paul reminds us of this thing right here. And Paul was inspired by him who is able to keep us, okay? It says, I know how to be brought low, and I know how to abound. In other words, I know how to have to deal with some things. Oh my gosh, but I know how to flourish too. In any and every circumstance, I have learned the secret of facing plenty and hunger. I can have what I need, and I might be lacking. Abundance and need. I can do all things, it says, through him who strengthens me. But the end of that says, yet it was kind of you to share my trouble. Listen, flexibility this week, people. Don't be so rigid that you mess around and cause a loss of life, that you mess around and cause a loss of friendship, that you mess around and cause a loss of faith, or somebody's losing their beliefs even. Don't be so rigid. Be flexible. However, don't be a sellout. You know, we got to stand our ground still when it comes to certain things. We've got to stand our ground when it comes to being right and to choosing what's right. Okay? If you know your friends are going in the store to steal, you better not go in there with them. You need to be, that's the time to be rigid. But to be flexible means you've got somebody that needs a ride to the doctor, needs to get to worship, and you so busy, I'm going to be late. I can't stop and pick you up. Come on, y'all. That's the flexibility we're talking about this morning. So I want you to know, hey, be flexible today. I appreciate you guys. Hey, I'm going to go because it's almost my time, my 9 for 9 with a little overtime. Hey, I'm going to try to see. Good morning. Good morning, Sister Jeanette. Good morning. Enduring the walk. I appreciate you signing in this morning. Good morning, Jolene J. Flexibility. Wow, am I in a situation where I've got to be flexible the next few weeks? Hey, my Dina, my FC. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Amen. I see my son Franklin. Good morning. I don't know who else is out there, but these are the few that I can see. But I want you to know that I appreciate you coming on for 9 for 9. And it's 9 on 9. So that's me. Hey, not going to overtime. I know one thing. I'm flexible about my teacher. I am flexible because I have to change up. There's some that I like better than others, but I kind of change up and I'm flexible because I want to give it all a try. But hey, I'm not going to compromise for my favorites now. I'm not going to compromise and get myself in trouble. Hey, this is a wild sweet orange I'm having this morning. You ought to try. Just a sip of this. Hey, I want to start my day flexible. with my cup of positivity. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.